Welcome back to the 2023 PDGA Junior World Championship. Out here in Peoria, Illinois, just 2.5 hours south of Chicago. Coverage today is brought to you by Valley Forge Sports Network. I'm Chris DeMarco, here with Dan Shifrin. Dan, back in the booth. It suits you well.
Thanks, Chris. It's good to be back. Super excited to be watching some new and up-and-coming talent play some disc golf on this Lake Eureka course.
The future is now. So much talent on this card. And we got a new face, Patrick Yu, coming out of Madison, Wisconsin, sitting in second place right now on the leaderboard. Levi back on coverage. And Judah and Waden still pushing along, starting things off here on hole 1, par 3, 258 feet. Pretty easy shot to start things off here at Lake Eureka. A little bit of challenge settling into that green on the right side backhand. The way these guys have been putting, though, I expect to see some birdies.
Judah with his stable mid, putting it just outside the bullseye.
Our first look at Patrick Yu on the week, coming in at 972 rated. Fantastic disc golfer. A little bit of an early release on that turnover, but that plays. Dan, it's great to have you in the booth today. Did you ever think you'd be commentating on disc golfers from New Zealand?
Honestly, no. I'm pretty stoked to be seeing an international star here. Levi wanted a little more drift to the right there, but putting.
Up next on the tee, we got Waden Sides coming out of Corpus Christi, Texas. Saw him on feature card. Played some great golf over at McNaughton Park. We'll be back there again for round 4. And Waden's back on the green here on coverage.
Now it looks like it's kind of a stormy day out there, but that's actually the smoke from Canada, correct?
That's right. Yeah, as Mark said yesterday, some of that smoke coming down from the Canada wildfires. So there is a little bit of a haziness out there, and we did have to cancel one of the rounds. So we're looking at a 5.5 round tournament. Just hats off to the PDGA for handling all this so well, making sure the players are safe.
Yeah, very unprecedented situation to be dealing with.
Waden, good for 2, starting things off with the birdie. Got a couple of strokes to make up here, but still a lot of golf left in this tournament. Judah's just been loving that high right side all week.
Good to see the putts fall on the first hole.
Cannot wait to see what Patrick Yu's doing on the course to be 972 rated. Hole 2, par 3, 234. Straight shot up the hill. Green is actually pretty open, but it is a little bit difficult to get that right to left shape off of the tee. We'll see if these guys can settle in for a putt.
Yeah, Chris, I think you mentioned this at the beginning, but like you said, the future is now. These guys all just look like they belong here, you know?
It's absurd. I've been trying to figure out how the confidence is so high as Judah finds himself under the basket. I think that the pace of growth in the sport is happening so fast. We're witnessing it right here. Judah in first place, only 952 rated, which is incredible. But there's so many players in this field that are just so talented. every single one of them just has so much confidence right now, because this is it. This is the beginning of these guys' careers. These are some of these guys, if not all of them, are going to be on the big stage someday. Or are they here now, Dan, with us? Is this the big stage?
This is a pretty big stage. There are bigger stages, but it's a pretty good stepping stone.
Park job for Patrick. Waden's going to have to scramble.
Yeah, Judah and Patrick absolutely based this hole.
You'll love to see it. A little bit of a tougher start for Levi here. We didn't have to see much of his scramble at Sunset Hills. So clean off the tee. Great putts on the green. Let's see what he's got here in the woods.
Turns over the patent pending from the knee, but that'll putt for the par. Waden also turning his over up the hill.
Inside circle one for a look. These two guys don't have much work to do on the green right now.
Wow, great hit from Levi.
Effortless putting stroke, huh?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with this putt, so I'm not sure if he like normally floats it like that.
Oh, it's all day.
It's very
it
floaty.
Is all day.
That's nice. That's really nice to watch.
Waden's got more of this line drive putt. Little bit low there. He's been hitting them, though.
Tough bogey on the second.
Patrick 2 down on the round. Starting things off well in front of the cameras is critical.
Unfortunately, not gaining anything on the leader.
Poised. Jumping right into hole 3, par 3, 192, left to right shot. Little ace run kind of line here. There is that one tree right on the corner of the turn as you go left to right that can kind of get in your way here. Judah gets right around it. And I don't want to understate that this whole fairway is extremely small.
Yeah, under 200 feet, but that is a very narrow line to hit. Patrick going with the standstill, but lets it go a little too early. Ooh, I like this.
Just a few feet from a 1 on the card.
Wow, that runs super long.
I don't know what this Washington sign's about, but I'm loving it.
Just noticed it.
Another misfire for Waden off the tee. Looks like he'll be able to scramble out, maybe even a long putt. Love the jump putt approach.
Yeah, that was super clean out of the hand. First par for Patrick on the round.
Waden gives us a great run around a couple trees just low.
It's good to see the sun poking out a little bit.
Yeah, it's dark, it's hazy. Visibility's a little difficult.
Honestly, not a hole I expected this card to struggle on. Expected at least 2 down for the card.
I think that fairway is just so deceivingly tight. It looks like 8-9 feet across. One thing I'm noticing about Patrick early on is the stool. I'm absolutely loving it.
Very methodical with his demeanor and his routines.
Yeah, I love the placing the disc on the stool.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite partnerships with Discraft is the Paul Macbeth molds. The Athena specifically has just been a really fun one because it's a disc that I've been looking forward to. It's definitely a staple in my bag. It sits right between my Undertakers and my Onyx. A little bit blunt nose so it can fight and handle the wind, it can handle some torque, and it's just one that I can throw at all powers. That's what I really like about it. I'm just glad that we're able to make this disc, have it in hand, and have it as a stock disc that anyone can get.
So many people collaborated to make this event possible. Such a pleasure to be here. Hole 4, par 3, 240. Going downhill on this one. This gully on the green looks like it probably catches a lot of discs that kind of come straight in off the hill. We'll see if these guys can kind of match that hill angle coming in.
Another beautiful hyzer flip from Patrick. Hits a late tree, but that's going to be a 20-foot putt.
Levi starting to warm up on the tee, finds himself on the green for a birdie 2. For a look at a birdie 2. I mean, he's so automatic from there.
And that's absolutely parked for Waden. I'm super impressed with these guys' form. Super tight. Just very good fundamentals.
Yeah, as you say that, Judah going spike hyzer to avoid the tree there. Catch cam signaling he couldn't see it.
Patrick really taking his time.
Oh, I love that.
Nice birdie from Levi to get him back under par. And I don't care how tall or short you are, those putts right there are always so awkward.
Those big downhill guys.
Yeah.
Judah, first bogey in a while. Hole 5, par 3, 294. Just one of these amazing right to left hyzer flip up tunnel shots. Absolutely love the style of golf here at Lake Eureka. Playing the permanent layout, so a lot of people probably know this course from the temporary layout that's set up every year. But it's nice to kind of see what other offerings this land has.
Patrick's going to have a scramble up to the green.
Levi representing RPM Discs and Small Planet Disc Golf. Love to see him coming out here all the way from New Zealand. Much longer putt than he had on the last hole. We'll see how he handles it. I'm going to note that you made that form comment after Waden's form. After his throw last time. That wrist curl he's got. Like just that effortless pull through the power pocket.
Yep.
So good.
A little too flat from Judah there. I think this hole calls for a one angle hyzer to the green.
I made a form comparison on Judah yesterday in round 2. I want you to mull that over, Dan.
Okay.
And get back to me. If
I'll
you
consider it.
Yeah,
Okay.
mull that over.
Do a little more
let me know
analysis.
who you've got on his tee shots.
Gonna be a tap-in par for Patrick. And Judah with a long look. Oh, man.
I tried to warn you. I tried to warn you.
Levi, your putt is so cool, man.
Just floating it in there, dude. Effortless.
I like kind of want to say I kind of putt like that, but I don't want to compare my putt to his because I'm not nearly as good.
You do actually kind of have that floaty putt.
I like that floaty putt.
Yep. You're the Wish version of Levi Stout.
Yeah, I'm the Kmart version. Nice cleanups on the green.
You feel represented out here right now.
Yeah, I feel seen.
Hole 6, par 3, 318. Kind of a windy tunnel shot. I could see the flip up forehand playing well here. Another one of these really crowded greens here at Lake Eureka. You've got trees just 6-7 feet from the basket. And as you can see, things were getting a little hazy as we were doing the hole previews.
Levi absolutely parking it on the longest hole we've seen yet.
Yeah, lots of short par 3s early on in this course. The middle back section hosts quite a few difficult par 4s and 5s. Very excited to see what happens when we get to that part of the course. Patrick absolutely ripping this one.
Not sure if that was the intended gap, but it works out. Circle 1.
Judah, awkward positioning here. Love to see the adjustment on the straddle putt from the last one.
Oh man, he's caught by some thorns there.
Illinois fighting back.
Low out of the hand from Patrick.
Couple tap-ins and an uphill putt in a row, and 20-25 feet can look difficult. Another park job from Waden Sides, making it look easy.
Ledgestone. Every summer, hundreds of disc golfers flock to the greater Peoria, Illinois area to compete in the sport's richest and most charitable event, the Ledgestone Open. But what does Ledgestone look like for the rest of the year? On the surface, Ledgestone is one of disc golf's leading retailers, but look a little closer and you'll find a group of motivated individuals providing the best possible service to the disc golf community. So whether you're building a bag, wanting to support your favorite pro, or looking to add to your disc golf wardrobe, choose the retailer that's as passionate about the sport as you are. Choose Ledgestone.
Hole 7, par 4, 645. Can't wait to take a look at our first par 4 on this course. A little bit right to left in the beginning. A couple big kinks in the middle of this fairway is going to make going with a low-speed disc super important here. Keep things simple off the tee and set up positioning to go aggressive on the second. Levi's doing just that, floating one in around the corner.
Waden, yeah, pushing his a little too straight.
That was going to be around the bend. think I saw that one sneak in on the left. Had the distance to make the green. A little bit too long.
Waden having a nice tunnel down to the green. Doesn't quite get there.
Oh, you gotta rotate your foot.
Gotta rotate your foot, you heard it here. That just shows how like technically minded these guys are.
Levi showing some skills. A little open stance, stand still forehand, turnover.
Yeah, I thought he'd have better positioning. He needed like an extra 20 feet. Solid effort from Patrick. Unfortunately, he's off in the rough, putting for par. Might have an obstructed look.
No.
This first par 4 giving the players a bit of a hard time. Levi's got an approach for his par though. And a par he will take.
Couple important putts here on the green. Big par save from Waden Sides.
Beautiful
so important
putt.
to keep that momentum in the middle of the course.
Absolutely. Patrick with the lone bogey on the card.
Hole 8, par 3, 444. Somewhat of a left to right shot, but so much distance. We'll probably see a lot of backhands. Going to be difficult to carry that Anheuser all the way right. You want that extra height, but it gets even tighter up at the top. This is a beautiful shot shape here.
Yeah, this is one of those high-level shots these guys are going to need to have in their tool bag.
I'm not sure if Waden was just kind of laying that one up or didn't quite get enough on it. Winds are picking up. You almost want the headwind on this hole for the backhand.
Yeah, Judah definitely going with the layup play. Betting against the field there.
Look at that grouping. One of the first forehands on the day from Patrick. Great execution. Gallery's been picking up throughout the week. Can't wait to get to those final rounds. The crowd always builds up. Anticipation builds up. We're going to be seeing a junior world champion crowned on this channel this week. Do not forget to click subscribe.
Judah going with a floaty stall shot, but turns it a little over into the wood line. Have a tricky putt out of there.
I see something in there.
And that has to be Levi.
Looks like a solid out considering the circumstances.
Yeah.
Lay up, try to take the 4.
Oh no.
Oh, eee.
That went awry.
Little misfire on the approach.
Judah with a window. This would be a solid bogey save.
Just high left for Levi. You know he wants that one back. Waden really starting to build momentum on the green. Got a par 4 up next. Even with the placement shot, this hole does not play very easily, especially with these conditions. Hole 9, par 4, 522. Saw a little American robin jumping around on the course. You'd love to see the wildlife out here. See if these guys can air this one out. Saw a couple 500 plus drives on day 1 at Sunset Hills. And we're going back to McNaughton tomorrow.
That right to left wind pushing that hyzer way to the left, but that's going to be a super easy approach to the basket. Pretty soft par 4 for these guys.
Madison, Wisconsin, stand up. Absolute crush from Patrick Yu. I'm still waiting for you to give me your thoughts on Judas.
I'm trying to figure it out, man. Honestly, like.
I'm thinking Simon.
Really?
Yeah, man.
I didn't think Simon. I was thinking like
Judah, drop your. We need your favorite players in the comments below. If it's Simon, I need to know.
I saw kind of a mix of a bunch of players, but I didn't see Simon. Of all the players I saw, I didn't see. Yeah, and that's a nice approach.
Bounce back birdie, great time for it. Nobody wants that long comebacker in the wind.
Goodness.
Shout out Levi's caddy coming out here. Waden's starting to pick up that momentum. 4 down on the round. Patrick carding another birdie. Starting to head into the more difficult part of the course here at Lake Eureka. Taking a look at the scores after 9, Judah Kooistra, the 951 rated phenom coming out of North Carolina, leading the charge right now. All these are the guys chasing him from close behind. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the back 9 here in round 3.